Eva's Casita is somewhere that you can come to get support from people who have shared experiences.
It was just this like deep, nourishing breath that I didn't realize, like I knew I needed it, but I didn't know how badly I needed it.
Sometimes you need a break from home, right? Sometimes you just need a break from like not being around your current people.
So this is the only peer respite in Florida right now. And it's the very first in Central Florida. We've already had over 75 guests. The feedback has been glowingly positive. And so my hope and intention for this space and honoring Ava was that this could be a container for like healing and catharsis and solidarity.
I didn't know that a peer respite existed. I didn't know that was a thing. But whenever I heard about it, and it was kind of introduced to me as an alternative, a non-clinical alternative to something like a Baker Act, I became very interested because that's happened to me.
We wanted to create a space in which I know I'm not feeling well. I know that I could use support, but I really don't want my rights taken away. I want to have freedom to come and go. I want to have agency over what happens to me when I'm not feeling well. We shouldn't have to wait till we're in crisis and then have only one conduit to help.
I think we're different than the traditional mental health model. And that's what makes us unique. I think peer respites are exactly that. They are peer-led resting spots.
We really center your autonomy and your individual choice, which doesn't sound very novel, but sometimes it is. You know, when you go to a therapist, you're often given a treatment plan. And there's no expectation that when you come here that you need to have this goal and do this while here and follow this treatment plan. You were really able to shape your stay yourself.
We want to be acknowledged, we want to be heard. And to be in a space where people want to validate and they want to acknowledge you and they want to hear you and they want to see you helps you feel validated, supported, seen, and then helps you do that for another person.
If somebody hasn't been where you've been, they're not going to fully understand. Whenever you're among your peers, you feel safer automatically and you feel understood.
And I think that's the importance of having peers and peer support within Eva's Casita is intentionality. Are we being intentional with our community? Are we being intentional about connecting?
For me, there's this stigma around like, well, I'm a mental health professional. I can't ask for this kind of help. Everyone's in the same space in terms of like, we want this to be an environment that feels good and feels comfortable and feels safe. And it's just really nice to share environment with people who want the same things as you, right? Like it feels good.
People deserve affirming spaces to come where they're not gonna be, you know, ridiculed or have to fear for their safety, honestly.
We are continuously employing and ensuring that folks that are marginalized identities are uplifted.
Everything about you is respected, your gender, your race, your religious beliefs, any of that. And a lot of these other places don't have that same kind of competency and they're not prioritizing.
So a typical stay could look so many different ways. You can color, you can garden, you can cook, play video games.
You're welcome to take a tour of the space when you first come in, but you're not obligated to. You can go in your room, unpack, relax, and then if you're ready to come out and see the rest of the space, then a staff member is happy to show you around. So there's no obligation to necessarily do everything in the check-in process in a particular order.
And one of the highlights, I think, is that no matter when, we're 24-hour staff, so anytime you want to have a one-to-one peer support session, that's always an option.
The choice to partake in activities or do my own thing, if I had obligations to take care of, I was able to do so. There was no, you know, penalties or repercussions for not doing something that was scheduled on the activities board. It's very relaxed and it's very much we're going to support you in whatever you want to do, and how we can do that, we're going to do our best to do it. And whatever that looks like, if it looks like learning new coping skills by partaking in those activities, if it looks like looking for resources, whatever it is that was most helpful, the staff is just so ready and willing to do that.
Any kind of interaction or support that I wanted on any level was available. And so I spent a lot of time just talking and connecting with people.
There are arts and crafts, there is a space to eat, like there is somewhat of a schedule.
Ultimately, your stay is determined by you and what you want to do, and I think that makes us really unique and it's going to look different for each person. So Ava was my chosen family and my abuelita, and she affirmed me in ways when I wasn't necessarily affirmed. She came at a time when I really needed that kind of support, and she worked in the mental health field for decades and actually came out of retirement to support peer support space. And I earnestly and genuinely consider Ava's Casita a continuation of her lifelong legacy. And it is my humble hope that each day this container is open, that we honor her memory and the way she lived her life. Even for those that didn't have the pleasure or privilege of knowing her, I hope that the care and love and compassion that she always engaged with can be felt. And I see that manifested in the way that our staff shows up for people every day. And I genuinely hope and feel that she would be proud.
I can't stress enough how crucial spaces like this are, because if it had that much of an impact on me in 2 days, you think about like everybody else who needs it too.
We keep yelling self-care at people who need community care, and you can't dig yourself out of the ditch. You need somebody to help you and throw down the ladder, or at least, help you build that ladder.
I think peer support offers something so special because it gives the built-in safety and the built-in community aspect that starts a good foundation.
We're all fighting the same fight. We're all fighting for liberation. I'm not better than you. I'm not above you. Like, we're right here together. And I think that's something that's one of the most important things about being a peer. At the end of the day, like I always say, we're all we got. You know what I'm saying? Like, community is the only way that we're gonna get through this. And so I feel like a big part of what we're doing here at Ava's Casita is building community.
What needs to happen is more spaces like this need to exist. More peer support needs to happen. More community building needs to happen.
Just know that we're here to support you on your journey, and we're with you alongside the journey. We're not here to direct you. We're not here to tell you what to do. We're just here to be support as you navigate through life.
You're welcome to stay here, and you'll find support here. You'll find friends here. You'll find fun here, family, acceptance. There's a lot you can find here, but you won't find it if you don't come and stay.